Are you looking for inspiration for using washi tape? Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you these 3 projects that all feature Altenew's slim washi tape to create vibrant, clean and simple, modern looking backgrounds for your card project. And be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video where I'll be sharing a bonus card that features another different way that you can use the slim washi tape. Hi guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to another stylish card making techniques video. Today, as you heard, I'm focusing on slim washi tape. These are a selection of the slim washies that Altenew carries in its store. I'm using all of these 4 sets today on my projects. There are other colours available as well, and they come in sets of 4 like I'm showing you here when you purchase them, ranging from light to dark, very similar to the crisp dye ink sets. So to start off with, I've got a panel of 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch Nina Solar White cardstock, and I'm using the Cherry Blossoms Slim Washi Tape. And this one is going to be super simple. You'll see I'm not using a grid map here. I wanted to show you can eyeball this just by using the washi tape itself, or you can use an L-shaped ruler like I'm showing you here just to get it lined up if you need it to be perfect. But I'm not too worried, it's pretty easy to eyeball. And I'm starting off with the lightest in the set, gradually working my way down to the darkest colour, and you'll see I've started from about 1/3 of the way down my panel of cardstock. I'm going to put all 4 colours down twice, and then to fold these over, I'm just going to gently tap the panel onto my desk and then fold, and that way I can be sure that I get them all exactly straight, and then I can push them down. These washi tapes can also really easily peel back off cardstock. As long as you peel it back onto itself, it's not going to damage your cardstock. Then once you're happy with the placement, you can just make sure that all of it is securely in place by rubbing it with your finger just to make sure it sticks. And that's our first background. Super simple. Now for my second background, I'm going to do a little bit different. We're going to go at angles here all over the cardstock panel. I'm using the Red Sunset set of washi, which is really pretty corally colours. There's a pale pink and then it goes to a darker red. And I'm going to put these at random, almost forming sort of a triangle and sort of different shapes and squares, just sort of at random across the entirety of that panel. When I'm happy with the look, I'm going to flip it over, fold over those washi pieces, and that will also create my second background. See, I told you these were super quick and simple. The reason I'm not trimming these off, by the way, is because just in case that washi peels up, you want to make sure that it's sort of wrapped around behind the panel just for extra security. It's going to be adhered to a note card, and then that way you're not going to run the risk of it peeling up if you trim it off at the edge instead. And for the third background panel, I'm using 2 different colours. This one is Seashore. It's really pretty sort of teal colours ranging from pale blue to a dark teal, and I'm adding it at an angle, sort of about halfway down on the left hand side, down into that bottom corner. I'm then going to use a different set and I'm going to overlap it. So you see I'm overlapping it at that far left side. This is the Green Valley washi tape set. I'm just going to overlap it and you'll see it creates this really fun diagonal sort of diamond pattern. I'm then going to add some iridescent shimmer ink spray on all of the panels and then set them aside to dry. This gives a really subtle sheen and shimmer to each of the panels. To finish each of these 3 cards, we're going to also keep it pretty simple, but I couldn't resist using my very favourite washi tape that Altenew carries. This is the foiled marble washi tape. It's much wider than the slim washi tapes, a couple of inches, and I'm going to adhere this to another panel of white cardstock all over that panel and then die cut it. Because washi tape is super thin, it really easily die cuts. You can use it to create almost pattern paper if you want to, and I love this washi tape. It's just gorgeous. So I'm using the Whimsical garden dies. This is a layering die set. It has really tiny thin outline dies that layer over the top of those background dies, so that washi tape peeps through. And I've cut the outline from some glossy black cardstock. All that's left is to add my sentiment. So I'm using the Dotted Blooms stamp set. It has some nice scripty sentiments in it that fit perfectly along that washi tape. And you'll see in all of my cards today, I'm using the line of the washi tape for my sentiment alignment. So this one's really straightforward. It's just horizontal across the cardstock, like most sentiments that we add to cards. But you'll see a little bit later on that I also use the angled washi tape to add my sentiment as well. Now, I couldn't resist using that dotted bloom itself. I really love this image. And because it's got some nice sort of almost like shading in it, I thought it'd be perfect just to keep it black and white. So I'm stamping it in some obsidian pigment ink and die cutting it out with the coordinating die. I'm going to pop it up on some foam squares directly over that area where those two washi tape colours intersect as the perfect background for the bloom. And then you'll see here, using another sentiment from that same stamp set, I'm going to line it up against that up angled set of washi tapes. And it just adds that little bit of extra interest. It keeps it really clean and simple. I don't have to cut out the sentiment, and I just stamped it down in obsidian black ink as well. For my final card, that's the one where we had all those crazy sort of angles where we added our washi tape. I'm using Geometric Menagerie. I wanted to keep that geometric vibe going. I'm stamping 3 of the animals from the set in obsidian pigment ink, but I actually only end up using 2 of them. And I'm going to die cut them out with their coordinating dies and then pop them up directly onto some of that washi tape with foam squares. So it almost looks like they're standing up on those tapes, and then added 2 sentiments lined up against the washi tape. And on all of my pieces, I did add some enamel dots as well to finish. Now for the bonus card, I'm grabbing some of that washi tape again and just adding it at random to mask off some triangles and shapes all over my card panel. And then I'm using these detailed blender brushes and a scrap piece of cardstock, just so that I don't go over the edges of my tape, to blend on a variety of inks. I'm not going to list them here because you can literally use any color of ink in your stash. You can do an ombre look, you could do a crazy rainbow look like I'm doing here. It doesn't matter. But what we're going to do here is create almost like a stencil using that washi tape. We're masking off areas, and you'll see at the end, once we've done all of this blending, what it looks like when we peel back that washi tape. But the name of the game here is just to have fun, choose whatever colours you like. I didn't really pick colours that went with each other. I sort of just picked those that I had lying around on my desk. You'll see as I get towards the end some maybe unfamiliar ink names, and they are from a very recent release, the Sparkle Shine release from Altenew, where Altenew just released a batch of brand new inks. So be sure to check those out if you haven't seen them already. It's always nice when Altenew releases new crisp dye inks, isn't it? And I do have to play with these a little bit more, but as they were right to hand, I felt like I needed to use them on this card. And so I'm just finishing up here, and you see these detailed blending brushes are absolutely perfect for getting in some of those smaller areas. And then I've got my iridescent shimmer, metallic shimmer ink spray, and I'm going to give this a few spritzes here. You see, I'm actually spritzing it. I haven't lifted up the washi tape yet. And then I'm going to dry my panel. So the ink is pretty wet, that shimmer spray is pretty wet as well. And I want to be sure that when I peel up my washi tape, I don't get any sort of seeping liquid. I want to get a nice crisp outline. So I dried it, lifted it off, and then I'm just going to peel back the washi tape. You'll see I'm peeling it back at an angle back on itself. That's the best way to avoid tearing the cardstock. And then you'll see I got this fantastic crisp masked off area. Now for my sentiment, I'm just going to die cut Happy Birthday, the Happy Birthday die, from glossy black cardstock and jet black cardstock stacked on top of each other, and finish it with a few satin white sequins. I hope this video's inspired you to grab some of your washi tapes and have a play. If you did, be sure to comment, give us a thumbs up, and check out the blog for more details on the supplies and still photos. That's it from me for today. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Hello crafters, Jen here. For more tips, techniques, tutorials, and to discover which paper crafting products are right for you, subscribe to Altenew's YouTube channel. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for watching.